This is Bruce Boudreau, and it's time for Clay's Canucks commentary live. Let's go with Clay right now.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am Canuck Clay Emo, and this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's indeed Clay's Canucks Commentary for Sunday, July the 2nd. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. A lot to talk about tonight, you guys, so let's get right into it. Moderators, do what you need to do. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame, and franchise members, thank you for your support as always. And everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, in Richmond, in the city, in the Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, in the continent, on the continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact you're here with me, I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. So, as always, I invite you to subscribe so you can get my videos every single day and you get active in this very active chat section already. By the way, if you're in the chat, type in where you're coming from, whether you're, whatever city, whatever country, whatever area you want to put. I know Fangirl never divulges her city, which is fine. She just says Northern BC, so I'll save her the work. Love you, Fangirl. That's fine. Type in where you're coming from tonight. So subscribe, like the video. You can leave a donation like the legend himself, legendary Lucas Gates, just did on cue. So let's highlight that. Thank you, Lucas. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Legendary Lucas Gates starting us off right. Post Canada Day hype. Welcome to the new guys. All the best to all the guys heading elsewhere. Like, sub, become a member, and more. Hype for the GLCPC crew. So yes, thank you, Lucas. Let's give Lucas some love in the chat while you guys are dropping everywhere that you are coming from. And I don't mean as specific as the room of your house that you're in, Peter. Come on, man. I don't need to know that stuff. It's fine. You type whatever you want. So thanks everyone for being here. Yes, Justin, every time I wear the shirt, I do think of you, and it's one of my favorite shirts. By the way, I just became a board member of this wonderful organization. So the first advisory board that I've been on for a while. So that's pretty cool. My first meeting with them is in September. But yes, I'm a big fan of what Mary's Meals does. And I want to give a shout out to a lot of people in here. But I noticed that Locked On Canucks, I'd be a bit more active on their channel. I know they've been a bit more active on my channel. Great to see the great crew from Locked On Canucks here. Not sure who's the one typing in the YouTube right now. If it's if it's Trevor, if it's Peter, I'm not sure who it was, but whoever it is, thank you for being here. That is awesome. Also, I want to give a recognition. We got a couple things going on. I better keep up here. So firstly, let's give some love. I want to give some love to Coach Rob for gifting a membership. And Coach Rob, he gifts the membership and it goes to Adam. So want to give some thanks to Rob. The $5 donation makes Adam a brand new franchise member for a month. So thank you, Coach Rob, and welcome Adam. And not to be outdone, we got Carol gifting a membership, another $5 donation. Let's give Carol some love, and it goes to Peter Wynn. And I think it's the 8th time that Peter has been a franchise member for free. So I got to convince him to stick on a bit more than that. But it doesn't matter. Not here to judge. Grateful. Whoops. I messed up. I was watching. I had a locked. See, I even had a Locked On Canucks video, and I said Peter. I don't know why I said that. I think I got distracted by Peter. I know that Locked On Canucks is Trevor and Kyle. I don't know why I said Peter. Well, I do know why I said Peter. It's because I messed up, and I was thinking of Peter Wynn. So I'm not sure if it's Kyle, if it's Trevor, whoever it is. Thank you for being here. And Carol, thank you for the donation and gifting the membership that goes to Peter. Rob, thank you for the donation that goes to Adam. And by the way, we have some more stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on. First, we have Clifford using his monthly membership message, and he's been a member for 10 months. So we got to give some love to Clifford. It says, hope you all had a great Canada Day. Much love. I would say that is much love for sure. Thank you for being here. Then we got Adam Lee coming with a donation. So let's give some love to Adam. $2 donation. Surrey area. Love for Rob. And then we got Lucas, another donation. Lucas, board member. Oh, I'm not board. Oh, board member. Hey, I'm a board member at a nonprofit. Welcome to the board membership club. Thank you. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate you're the first one to welcome me in such a way. So thank you everyone for your donations and for all of the love here. I want to see for Locked On Canucks. I want to see if they answered, even though I screwed up one of the names. Yeah, I don't know if it's Trevor or if it's Kyle, not Peter. And forgive me, Kyle, if it's you and I called you Peter. But I had Peter Wynn on my mind because I think he said that he was coming to us from the washroom, and then he got a free membership. So all things good for Peter. I didn't even get through my full intro, you guys, because you guys have been so generous. So subscribe, like the video, leave a donation like many of you just done. The donation train is now out of the station. You can gift memberships like Coach Rob and Carol have done. Thank you already. You can become a member yourself if you say, hey, I don't need to be gifted. I'm just going to pay for it myself. And you can upgrade your membership as well. Okay. I'm going to go for the first half of the show, first 20 minutes. Then I'm going to turn over to you. And because it's Sunday night, we are playing our games as well. Yeah, no, it's Kyle. Awesome, Kyle. I'll never forget that name ever again. Thanks for being here. So here's the deal, you guys. I'm going to talk about the Canucks, mostly the Canucks free agency. You guys can bring out some other names, talk amongst yourselves, but I'm going to talk for the first probably 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'll turn over to you, and then we will do the games to end off our Sunday. But before we do that, we've got to recognize another donation. You guys are generous tonight. This one is from Shannon. Let's give some love to Shannon. It says, please, if you can add this to the money to go to Carol from me and Coach Rob and I. Sure, I will add that. I know I have a small little tab going, and I will make sure that Carol gets that as well. Thank you, Shannon, for that donation. Now I'll pass that on. Or next time, it's probably even better if you just give it to Carol directly, but that's fine. I'm happy to do that for you. All right, is that it for donations for now? Okay. We're okay. No, I don't stop. I'm just making sure that I haven't missed any of them. Bottom line, you guys, I think that the Canucks did pretty well over the past couple days. They didn't do any rim-rocking signings. They didn't move the needle completely from here to here or here to here. I'm trying to figure out which way the video goes. It must be from here to here. I don't know what I'm doing. They didn't get any guys that moved the needle individually. But what they did do is I think they moved it collectively. And quite frankly, I thought it was a win yesterday because they got bigger, they got better at the penalty kill, they got grittier and tougher, and I'd say they got smarter from a standpoint of hockey IQ sense. And they did so without mortgaging the future, without trading away important prospects, and especially without breaking the bank. When you add up all expenses, I must have work expenses on my mind. Got to get reimbursed. But if you add up all the contracts doled out yesterday, not bad at all. And we started with the news basically back to back that Ian Cole got signed for 1 year for $3 million, and then you had Teddy Bluger signed for 1.9. So I'm going to keep a little tab here: $3 million plus 3 million. Plus 1.9. Okay, so we're at 4.9. That's pretty easy math. I don't need a calculator for that. Ian Cole, 34-year-old defenseman, ate up a lot of minutes with Tampa last year. He won 2 cups with Pittsburgh back when it was Rick Tocchet, Jim Rutherford, Patrick Alvin. So it was like a Pittsburgh reunion. And beautiful thing about Ian Cole, he's good size, not as big as Carson Soucy, good size, but can play both sides, left and right. He can be a wonderful penalty killer, and he's just overall going to be a solid veteran addition to our team. And in signing him for only 1 year, just like Teddy Bluger, we can cut bait with him. Trade deadline, let's say we're for some reason not in the playoff hunt, and we can recoup a draft pick for him, we can do that. But in signing for a year, we can also re-sign him after this year if he plays really well. But because he's 34 years old, you don't want to commit too much. So 1 year at $3 million. I was hearing 1 or 2 years at $3 million, but to get him at 1 year at $3 million, solid contract, not a lot of risk with Ian Cole. Before I keep going though, I want to recognize another membership. Jesse, one of the more generous subscribers over the past few weeks, he gives a membership, and it goes to Jack Maloney. Wow, I get to update my membership list after tonight. So thank you, Jesse, for the donation, and welcome back, Jack. Welcome back, Jack. That rhymes. I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. So that was Ian Cole. Then Teddy Bluger, 1 year, $1.9 million. Same reasoning I just used. You can cut bait with him by trade deadline if we're not doing well. We can re-sign him because after the year, if he does really well, career high 28 points. Patrick Alvin called him a 10 or 15 goal scorer if everything goes well. Had a bit of a down year, only played in 6 of Vegas's playoff games, so he didn't touch the ice in the later rounds. But he could be a third-line center. He could be a fourth-line center. I think some people are saying projecting him as a third-line center might be a little bit ambitious, but I'd rather have Teddy Bluger playing third-line center than have Neil Zaman playing fourth-line center because I like the way that Neil Zaman and Dakota Joshua play, and I don't want Dakota Joshua being my third-line winger. So if Amon and Joshua can hold down 2/3 of the fourth line, give Teddy Bluger a shot on the third line, whether it's with Podkolzin, with Hoglander, with Pearson, with Garland, so many options. And he's at $1.9 million. He's an excellent face-off guy, especially face-offs when you're killing penalties. I don't know how that makes a difference, whether you're killing penalties on the power play or even strength, but apparently he's got a 55% face-off clip when he's killing penalties, which is very important. You win that first face-off, chuck the puck down the ice, that's 15, 20, even 25 seconds before the team gets set up once again. So a huge difference. Can block shots, has got decent metrics, even strength. So Teddy Bluger, a good find for the Vancouver Canucks, and again, 1 year as well. Then we moved, the next one they announced was Carson Soucy. And this one was the first one where they gave a bit of term. 3 years at $3.25 million per season. So 3.25. Now in 3 guys, we're up to $8.15 million. Now with Carson Soucy, 28 years old, huge, 6'5", 210. He can play both sides as well, but mostly on the left side. He was a third pairing D-man in Seattle. The Canucks are hoping likely that he can be a second pairing D-man here. I'm not too concerned that, from a standpoint of, I know there's some people saying, well, how could he possibly be a 3-4 when he played as a 5-6? It's all about opportunity. And if he's one of our top 4 defensemen, if he's one of the 4 best defensemen on this roster, which I think he is, then so be it. We're not going to play him as a third pairing just because we think he's a third pairing guy and then you have someone worse than him in a second pairing. No, play him in the second pairing. Let's see what he can do. Now, 3 years, I'm not worried that this contract's going to age badly because 3.25 in the big scheme of things isn't that much. And remember, we expect the salary cap to go up. It's going up $1 million for next season. It'll go up even more than that, hopefully, after next season. So Carson Soucy, 3 years at 3.25. And man, you put him with Tyler Myers, you're going to have a combined 11 feet of defense. Not that they have 11 feet. You know what I'm talking about. 11 feet of height. That's what I should have said. So that could be a massive, massive pairing. So those were the 3 big signings from yesterday. Then they also announced Matt Irwin, 35 years old, journeyman from BC, but he was 1 year at $775 grand. So now we're at 4 players for under $9 million. What do I think Matt Irwin's going to do? He's going to compete for that 6th spot. I vlogged today about how it's going to be. We know it's going to be Hughes. It's going to be Cole. It's going to be Soucy. It's going to be Hronek. As of now, it's going to be Myers. So that's 5 bona fide NHL defensemen. Then you're going to have a bunch of guys battling for that 6th spot. On the left side, Irwin, Hirose, Breezeball, Rathbone, Wolanin. On the right side, I think the guys that you're going to have kind of competing for that side, Noah Juleson, Jet Wu, maybe Philip Johansson. That's only 3, actually. I'm not sure where all the right sides. Oh, I do know where. Ethan Bear didn't get re-signed. Kyle Burrows went at San Jose. And then I'm missing someone. Oh, yeah. No, that's it. Those 2. So, but remember on the right side, you already have your top 3. If you play Cole on the right side, Cole and Hronek and Myers. So then really Juleson and Wu are battling for an extra spot. Unless you play Cole on the left and you put Juleson on the right in your top 6. So that's top 3 pairing. So that's something I talked about in my vlog today as well. Take care, Locked on Canucks. Take care, Kyle. Thanks for being here. I know I've been blabbing. I haven't really got to any of the comments yet, but I don't do that for about 20 minutes anyways. Okay, so that's Matt Irwin. Then the Canucks added a couple depth guys. They added a goaltender who I never heard of named Zach Sawchenko. So look to him to battle Martin, Silovs, and Tolopilo as the 4-man crew battling for backup minutes behind Thatcher Demko, of course. So those were the big ones from yesterday. Then I think it was either earlier in the day or the day before they announced Noah Juleson for that 2-year contract. Pretty sure it was the day before. So that's why I felt like that was part of it as well. And then today they announced Akito Hirose, also a 2-year contract. Hirose is a 2-way contract for year 1, meaning he gets paid a different amount in the NHL or the AHL. And then year 2, it is a standard 1-way contract where he gets paid the same no matter what. The other thing that we heard as well is that Tanner Pearson looks to be a full participant at training camp. They say that his hand is healing very well. So you add it all up. And the Canucks right now are a couple million over the cap. Not to freak out, because there could be a lot more moves happening over the summer. It could be Pullman and Tanner Pearson on LTIR to start the year, but it might only be Pullman. And then you're allowed to be 10% over the cap throughout the summer, as long as you get cap compliant by the first day. So all in all, the Canucks have time to be cap compliant. So I'm not worried about that. What's so really interesting, I'm going to lay out one more thing, and then I'll turn it over to you. So if I'm asking you, how much did the Canucks improve? Basically, I'm asking, do you think the Canucks can be a playoff team? That's really what we're obviously all aiming for. At forward right now, you have the 4 centers. Let's say I don't think this is going to be true. I think there's going to be more moves. But let's say that the season started tomorrow and the Canucks have these guys at their disposal. Tell me if this team sounds better than last year's. Down the middle, you have Pettersson, Miller, Bluger, and Amon. On the wings, remember, there's only 8 spots. There's 4 lines, so there's 8 winger spots. You have some combination of Kuzmenko, Mikheyev, Beauvillier, Besser, Garland, Joshua, Pearson, DiGiuseppe. I think Hoglander and Podkolzin are going to get a shot as well. So there's already 10 wingers that I just named. I wanted to get to 11, so I must have missed someone. Oh, Stednica. So there's at least 11 wingers that could crack the lineup. I've talked about the D. I think it's going to go Hughes and Cole, Susi and Hronik, one of Wolanin, Hirose, Brisebois, and Myers. And then you still have Juleson, Wu, Philip Johansson among all those guys as well. And Jack Rathbone still, I think we're trying to... Is Jack Rathbone still under contract? I like him, but he hasn't really done much. Yeah, he's still under contract for 1 more year as well. So you have all those. And then we have the 5 goalies that I talked about in Spencer Martin, Tolopilo, Silovs, Sawchuk, and Thatcher Demko. I think this team is better because on D, you basically say that it's the way they ended the year off. Dermott didn't replay. The way they ended the year off, you basically are replacing Burrows, OEL, and Bear with Cole, Susi, and you could say Irwin or Hirose. And that's better. Then up front, Teddy Bluger, he's coming in, and you didn't really lose any forwards of note. And then you didn't really lose, you lost Colin Delia, but that wasn't much of a loss if you ask me. Then here's the biggest thing, you guys. Not only with the new players of Cole and Susi and Bluger, 3 bona fide players that will be in the starting lineup, at least the starting roster. I'm treating Philip Hronik as basically a UFA signing. I know we gave up a lot to get him, but we got to see him for 4 games last year. Philip Hronik is a bona fide, at least second pairing defenseman, if not on this team, first pairing D-man. Now, you're not going to play him with Hughes. I think you split up Hughes and Hronik, so you have a puck mover on each pairing, and then you put Cole and Soucy in the other two spaces, if that makes sense. So you have a more stay-at-home guy. So that's the beauty of both Cole and Soucy being able to play both sides of on the blue line. So if we look at Philip, so let's say Cole, Soucy, and Bluger are new, and I'm basically adding Philip Hronik to that list too, and he's the best of those four players. And then I'm almost adding Ilya Mikheyev to that list too, from a standpoint of we really didn't see the full Ilya Mikheyev. He got hurt in preseason, and he was playing on a bum knee for 2/3 of the year before they shut him down in February. To me, that's not a full Ilya Mikheyev as well. So 3 truly new players on the roster. I'm adding Hronik as a 4th, and then I'm adding Mikheyev as a 0.5. So my argument is I'm looking at 4.5 new players on the team. I think that equates to 4.5 to 5 more points. And now the Canucks are a wild card team. I know Ricky and others have been talking about being a wild card. So, and I think the penalty kill is going to be such a big deal, such a big difference. Obviously, Thatcher Demko's got to stay healthy. Obviously, PD, Hughes, Miller, Kuzmenko have to have good seasons once again. But I just think we're going to be tougher to play against. We're going to give up 10 to 20 fewer goals on the power play, the penalty kill. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a big difference. I really am. And I know last year I optimistically picked Vancouver as the 3rd place in the Pacific. I don't see them knocking off Edmonton or Vegas, or Seattle will be tight, but they're going to battle Seattle and LA. I don't see Calgary being there, and Anaheim and San Jose not yet. So I'd say the Canucks are going to be battling for 3rd, or likely a wild card spot is where they end up, and I would be just fine with that. I really would be. So Canucks fans, that's my quick take on how the Canucks improved, where they're putting their money, and what the lineup may look like. Let me do my mid-show sponsor read and everything, and then we will go from there, and then I'll turn it over to you. So you can start typing. I know you guys have been talking to each other a lot, which is great. There's 140 of you in here, which is amazing. Thank you for being here. Only 22 likes. We got to bump that up, you guys. That's pretty pathetic, actually. Let's bump up the likes. But let me do my mid-show sponsor read, and I'll get to a bunch of your comments and questions. Probably have to go questions only today because there's so many. But give me a second, and I'll prompt you. Oh, I forgot to have this banner going, so I'll put that on for the second half, I guess. Oh, that was bad. What was I doing? I'm rusty. Shout out to my primary sponsor, Vancity Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform, Personal Training and Weight Loss. See what they're all about at ptforum.com. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of this fine artwork. Thank you to Monkey 9 Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the URL, tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks with your next Vessi purchase. As always, subscribe so you can get active in the chat section, get my videos every single day. Like the video. We did get 10 more likes there, so that was good. 140 you in here, 30 likes. That should be at least 50 or so. So keep on pressing the thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. Leave donations like many of you have done. You can gift memberships like many of you have done. Thank you. So generous. And of course, you can become your own member, upgrade your membership. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Let's start off by doing Canucks and hockey related questions only. Because there's 140 in here, I simply cannot read every single comment. But know that I go back and read them on the replay, but I simply can't keep up with 140 people. Not that you're all typing, but let's go with questions only to start off. Okay. And if you read unless you compliment me or do membership message or leave a donation, I'll nicely go questions only. All right, let's do it. Yes, they are over the cap as of now, so they're not. This roster is not set just yet. Do I really like the pairing of Soucy and Myers? No, I don't. I don't think they'll be paired together. I think Myers is going to be our 3rd pairing guy with someone who's more mobile, like a Hirose or a Rathbone or even Wolanin. Doing great, Harry. Hope you're doing great as well. What are your thoughts on the Canucks getting rid of Will Lockwood during free agency of Panthers? Well, they didn't really get rid of him. He just kind of left. Not surprised on that. Wait a sec. No, didn't we trade? I thought we traded Lockwood even before the season ended. Someone refresh me. Or maybe I'll just look it up. I thought we traded Will Lockwood before the season ended. Or am I losing it? Am I losing it, you guys? Yeah, we traded him for Kravtsov, so we didn't lose him in free agency. Actually, the Rangers did. That's why he wasn't on my radar. What do you think of the teams that the Canucks will be battling? Winnipeg. Winnipeg is going to be worse. Nashville's going to be worse. Calgary is going to be worse. So in the division, they're going to be battling Seattle and LA for third. And across the wild card, I think they're going to be ahead of Nashville, Winnipeg, and Calgary next season. I really do. Interest in Comtois, I'm not completely sold on him. I think he's just okay. It really have to depend on term and money, fangirl. Are they better than LA? I wouldn't say they're better, but I think they're LA, Pierre-Luc Dubois, but I think we can be just as good. And I do think we'll be battling LA and Seattle for third. And I think Calgary, San Jose, and Anaheim won't be as good. Would I want to sign anyone else for the big club? If so, who? One more defense? I don't know. There's no one out there that, like, I could say Patrick Kane, but realistically, in terms of money, I don't know if there's anyone else actually that we could. What do I think of the Leafs trade? They have Domi and Bertuzzi, but they're over the cap. Yeah, I don't like the Ryan Reeves signing. I think that was really bad. And they lost O'Reilly. They lost Bunting. I don't know. I think they're worse. Domi's good. Bertuzzi's good. 1 year, right? Okay, so maybe they're about the same. I don't like the Reeves one, though, for sure. What's your grade on how the Canucks are doing in free agency so far? I'll give them a solid B+. I wouldn't say they're an A. It's not amazing, but I'll give it a B+. And I do think that at least Patrick Allvin, he has a vision that's very clear. Not committing a lot of money or term on guys to make the team bigger, tougher. And I think that's great. I'm not sure if I knew what Benning's vision was, but I can kind of see what Allvin is. So I'll give it a B+. Ted, it sounds like Cal Foot will not come here because his dad's here. It's just a weird, tough situation. I think they're going to give Blueger every opportunity to be the 3C. I really do. Am I surprised Seattle is not an actor? A little bit. I was looking at that. Like, Seattle hasn't done much. Calgary, no one wants to go there. Which teams are surprising me? Well, I think Buffalo, Carolina. Carolina always surprised me. New Jersey. I think a lot of the teams, I think Colorado did well as well. Do you think if Hronek can stay healthy, he can have a career season with us point-wise? Yes, absolutely. Because he's playing with a lot better players here than he was in Detroit, for sure. Do you think we can move Myers or one winger? That would give us the ultimate flexibility. I think they're going to try to. Do you think our PK was the main reason we didn't make the playoffs? Yes. Our poor PK was that and Thatcher Demko's health, the two biggest reasons. Are we going to be out of the playoff race by Christmas? Of course not. We'll be in it way past Christmas, at least till December 27th. Do you see a big money contract moved? How realistic do you see it happen? Well, I think you could move a Garland or Beauvillier, but if you're willing to accept like something really mid, 4th round pick, Myers, you could get a bit more because he's only got 1 year left of his contract, and everyone needs big defensemen. So yeah, I could see it happening. I really could. Darth says Vancouver's technically cap compliant even if Pearson's back since they're dipping in a LTR by 2.5. Gotcha. Thank you, Dartentel. Wheeler to the Rangers for $800K? Yes. If he was interested, I'd take Wheeler for $800K. Absolutely. I think Hirose will be right in the mix for that third pairing spot in the left. I really do. So I think he could make the team this year if he has a good training camp. I think our defense has improved a bit, quite a bit. Not amazingly, but certainly it has improved for sure. Yeah, Peter, I talked about this in my vlog earlier. You could go Hughes with Juleson, someone who's kind of more rugged, blah, blah, blah. And then then you know that your bottom four or your next four are some combination of Soucy, Hronek, Cole, and Myers. Yeah, so that's kind of what you're saying. If you put Hughes with Juleson, then you're likely going Soucy, Hronek, then Cole Myers. But Cole Myers, I'm not. I think Myers needs someone who's also not so big and rather be a better puck mover. Bovenlander, yes, I if you guys watch the video, it's Bovenlander. Make the team the next, not this year, maybe next year, but the year after, I think. Could Pacific have 5 teams? Yeah, they could. They could. Yes, I've seen the rumors about Myers to San Jose. Do you think the kid in the intro video a few years ago who screamed was annoying? Well, if you watch it 41 times, sure, but I thought he was fine. That was funny. When you look at the top 6 forwards for the Canucks, is that a playoff contending top 6? I think if you say that the top 6 is Petey, Kuzmenko, Mikheyev, Miller, Besser, and Beauvillier, I like this. I like the Petey Miller combination. I like Kuzmenko. I can like Mikheyev. Besser's okay. I say it's okay. It's not amazing. I say it's okay. Alvin says Myers is part of the team going forward. Is he telling the truth? Hard to say, but he's certainly not going to say otherwise because then it would just be a bad look overall. I think they're trying to move him though. If Ethan Bear was never injured, how would you form the deep pairings with the new additions? Okay, so you're presuming that Ethan Bear is here. If Ethan Bear is here, then I'm playing both Cole and Soucy on the left. And I'm going Hughes with Bear, Soucy with Hronek. Oh, and then I'm with Cole and Myers again. But I guess that's what you got to do. Yeah, you're the second. Austin, someone else asked about Max Comtois as well. Yeah, I don't know a lot about him. He's in Anaheim, right? Or he was in Anaheim? How do you see the winger situation playing out? I don't think we have to trade 2, but maybe 1. But I guess you could have nothing wrong with having depth as well. I think they'll make at least 1 move, though. Yes, kind of both of Nutella and Edmund saying the same thing. I think that Alvin's free agency has been good. Yeah, the 1 year where Benning signed Miller and Verbata in the same summer, that was good, I admit. That was just probably his good year. Who is in net for LA? Yes, because Corpusela's gone now too. Peterson's gone. Quick's gone. Where do Canes even get capped from? Yeah, I think they just shed people quietly that we don't hear about. I think Martin is penciled in as the backup, but Seelovs has a chance to steal it. I did not know that Soucy and his wife are having twin girls in September. That's awesome. No, I don't need Matt Dumba on this team. I think it's going to be Petey or Hughes. At first I was going to say Petey, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Hughes. Will Petey get extended before training camp? Trevor, if I had to bet, I'd say no. I'd say that's going to happen sometime during the season. Yes, Carol, I do think our defense is better now. Wow, I can't remember the last time there were 160 people in one of my streams that wasn't a bubble stream or whatever. 160 people. Give yourselves a round of applause. With this many people, you know what's funny? It's funny. Up until about 3 hours ago, I was actually going to recruit one of you to play for my softball team tomorrow because we were short guys. It's a holiday game. It's a makeup game. So some of our regulars weren't going to be able to play. So I actually told my captain that I was going to come on here and get one. It has to be one male softball player. And basically my only criteria was going to be that you can't suck. Like you don't have to be amazing. You don't have to be able to hit home runs. You don't have to be making diving catches, but you got to at least know what you're doing a little bit. So if I offended anyone, I'm sorry, but I don't know how I was going to do a tryout or first come, first serve, but I ended up not having to do that because we found enough guys. But it's kind of funny that on a night where we have 170 people in here now, I would have at least, I'd say if 80% of you are males, I'd have about 150 people to choose from. But no, it turns out I do not need a softball player for tomorrow. But with 170 people in here, please continue to like the video. Welcome to leave donations or gift memberships, whatever you want to do. But thank you. This is going great. And I'm going to keep going for about 5 or 10 more minutes answering questions. We won't do Ask Me Anything today. Too many people. And then we'll make sure we get to our games as well. Who do you think will most likely be make the team for the Canucks this season, October? Who will be in Abbotsford? Harry, that would take too long to go for. I kind of outlined when I went through all 3 positions. So maybe I'll save that for another stream. It's too early to say right now at the start of July. Do I see them going back to Bear? Yes, but I also realistically, he might not even be around anymore. Someone might take a chance and just scoop him up now. I think Sea Laws will end up winning it, actually. I think they will name a captain this year. Oh, it's Copley. Thank you. Copley and Talbot. That's not good. Hey, Alvin, how you doing? How you feel about your moves? Yeah, Peter, he said he's very happy. And I am content, Fillmore. I give it a B+. I'm content. Quick goes west to east, LA, Vegas, and all the way to... Yeah, it basically goes from LA to the Rangers with a quick stop in Vegas in there. Do you think this is the Canucks thinking? They want Hughes and Hronek as the dynamic puck movers, Cole and Susie as the PK and shutdown? Yep, for sure. And that's why you're going to split Hughes and Hronek up. Was I surprised by OEL signing with the Panthers? No, because if Ekblad and Montour are out for a bit, they're going to want veteran help. I think that Bear might not even be around by the time they loop back to him. I think Bovenlander will fight for that 3rd spot on the left side. All right. Canes, Sharks, and Canucks. EK65 retain Hoglander and Canucks. First to the Canes. Pesci and Sharks, B prospect to Canucks. Myers and picks to San Jose. So we lose Hoglander and a Canucks first. Pesci and Sharks B. Not enough for us. Justin, I got to think that through, but not enough for us, especially now that we have our defenseman. With the signed guys, if I had to choose right now, I go Petey, Mikheyev, and Kuzmenko. I go Miller, Besser, Beauvillier. 3rd line of, something like Bluger, Pearson, Garland. And the 4th line of Amon, Joshua, and Podkolzin in our Hoglander. Seattle Kraken were not so active. Do you think they are playing it safe? Yeah, I don't know their cap situation, and maybe they're simply not as an attractive team as Vancouver or other teams that did better. I know Patrick Alvin said there are a lot of players that wanted to come here. Acknowledge Clay. Very good. The tribal emo chief. Okay, next time. Okay, looks like that I got some options though if I ever need baseball players in the future. Thank you. Myers to San Jose or might as well stay since Blue Line got bigger. Yeah, I think they'll move him if they can. The Kings lost a lot of depth to add PLD. Do you think they got worse? That's a good point. And now that you guys tell me about Copley and Talbot as their goaltenders, yeah, I think maybe the Canucks are better. Thank you. Applying for a media pass for the Canucks. I've thought about it before, but I don't work for a true media outlet. I think, I can say to them, I got 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I do, and I got the best and the smartest and the best looking community on YouTube. Maybe I should. But then what do I do with my seasons? Well, I guess I give them away then. What do you think of the copy and paste schedule? I'm happy we've got 1 home game to start, but still upset about the 5 road games again. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because the road games aren't that bad. Yeah, Taylor, but don't leave just so I can get more viewers. That's fine. Will we get more skate jerseys? I don't know. We got a lot. The second half of the season, we got a lot. Do you think Vegas Golden Knights roster is stronger with their additions? Well, they lost Smith, but they got Barbashev again. I don't know. That's a tough one. I have to look at it overall. No changes on their D, right? I want to give another shout out. Actually, Lucas, that's a really good point. I'm a Game Over Vancouver host. That's an excellent point. I should talk to Steve Dangle and those guys at SDPN and see if Lucas, excellent point. Thank you for that. And thank you for the donation as well. Let's give Lucas some love. And I'm going to give Lucas some love for that wonderful suggestion. Excellent suggestion. Thoughts on how Alvina has addressed the blue line? I like it. There's balance and there's good penalty killers. Who do I think Patrick Kane signed? Who else got money left? I don't know. He'll probably sign with the winner, though. And I'm sure he's not interested in a rebuild. He wants to go to a team that's got a chance. Right now, I think Hughes' partner is going to be Ian Cole. I don't think you put Hughes and Hronik on the same pairing. Only when you really, really need offense. Put Parker on Hughes' right side. I'm sure he'll do it for like a pack of Skittles or something. Do you think the NHL as a market, Vancouver is looking more desirable going forward? Yeah, I think now that they've kind of solidified their coaching and their management, I think so. I think, Peter, that Vancouver is getting more attractive for sure. Oh, Jesse, too kind. More trustworthy than Canucks Army. I like the people at Canucks Army. For the most part, I think they're good writers and good articles. They're not too clickbaitish. So I like Canucks Army, but thank you for that compliment. Friends, amazing. 170 of you in here. And I kind of want to keep the questions going, but I don't want to skip the games because I know at the risk of losing a few viewers. But if you have never been to a Sunday night live stream after 40 minutes, which is now, actually go to some games and would love for you guys to play. It's actually a lot of fun, and with 160 of you in here. So let's see if a lot of you will stay. So thank you to everyone who left comments and questions, and I'm sorry that I couldn't get to all of them, but know how much I appreciate everyone being here and taking the time to type out questions. It's just a nice blessing that we have so many people in here. One more donation. So from Lucas, we're sticking with the Orca for the year and the skate as a third. I've not heard anything in regards to skate going full time. I don't see the Canucks going down that route. I've heard similar things. So yes, if they wear the skate jersey a dozen times or 8 or 10 times, I think we got to be satisfied with that. Thank you, Lucas, for the donation. Satisfied with your donation. Appreciate your support tonight. And as always, also we have another donation, and this is Jesse gifting yet another membership. Jesse gifts another membership, which is a $5 donation. And this one goes to McDeezy. I had Burger King, not McDonald's. I don't know why that made me think of that. So McDeezy, welcome to membership. And thank you, Jesse, once again for your generosity. So if you're listening on a podcast platform today, usually I cut out the games on Sunday night. But the computer that I usually do all my audio editing on, I had to send it up to camp with my work mates today. So if you're listening on a podcast platform, you're basically going to get 15 to 20 minutes of audio about us playing games. So you're just going to have to use your imagination and pretend that you see all these things visually. So for everyone else that's still here, thank you for being here. We are going to move to the games now. And actually, while I do that, on the bottom, I'll keep the banner going. So we're going to move to the games. And what we do, if you haven't played the games yet, is we play 4 games. 2 of them are hockey related, 1 of them is word related, and 1 of them is geography related. And there's only one rule, is if you played them already, do not spoil it for anyone else. Do not spoil it for anyone else. Don't be a jerk. Don't wreck it. Just have fun with all of us here. Okay? That's the thing. And I try my best to spread all the love around, make sure people get a chance, but it goes by pretty fast. So let's start off by playing our first game. This game is Ordle. Which hockey player is this? Which hockey player is this, you guys? It's got a bumpy head. I know that. And thanks everyone who's asking questions. I'm not going to do any more questions. We did half an hour of questions already. So we are playing games. So the first one I saw actually was Oshie. So let's go with TJ Oshie. And we got nothing right. We got nothing right. So we know... Wow, this is the first time I think we've got completely skunked. So at least I'll take a non-USA born player from the Western Conference, and we'll nail it down a little bit. Or is it current players only? Doesn't he still play? Anyways. So the next one I saw in there, well, there's so many. There's so many. Let's go with Patrick Kane. Oh, no, but he last played in the East. So let's go. Let's narrow it down. I see a couple for Besser. So no, but he's American. Okay, next one I see is McDavid. So let's just start with him and see what happens. Okay, that was a bit better. So we now know that our player is a Canadian-born player from the Western Conference, but the Central Division, and he's not a center right wing. So I'm looking for a left-handed player who's quite big actually. He's bigger than 6'1", 193. So maybe he's a defenseman. I don't know. We know he's not a center right wing, and I need a player from the Central Division from Canada. Central Division from Canada. So I'm scrolling through some of your suggestions. I'm looking for a Central Division player. Where did Duchesne sign with, by the way? Did he go to Dallas? So that's Central. Let's go Duchesne. Okay, so oh, what a bad... Sorry, my bad. That was a bad guess because he's small. Okay, forget that. That was a horrible guess. I need a Central player from Canada who's older than 26, but younger than 32. Gotta be from Canada. McCarr's too young. Duchesne, Ben. Well, he's not from Dallas now, so we know he's not from Dallas. I see Foote, I see Ben, I see Sam Steele, I see Adam Lowry, I see Taylor Hall. Well, there's a lot. Let's try Taylor Hall because we know he's back to... Oh, look at that. Look at that. I like that. So we got the age. So think of guys that were drafted around Taylor Hall's time. I was going to say Sagan, but that's Dallas. So now we know it's a left winger who's from Canada, who's 31 years old, who's bigger than 6'1", 210. So who's a big left winger, Canadian, 31 years old in the Central Division? Central Division. 31 years old. I think McKinnon's not 31 yet, is he? No, there's no way he's 31 yet. Central Division. I see a few Folignos, so let's go with that. Very good, you guys. I see Trevor got it, Jaskarin, Justin, a bunch of you got... Did anyone say Foligno like way earlier? No. Good job. So not bad. That took us 5 tries, but I think we that was a good progression here. We went from blank to 3 to 4 to 6. Yeah, that was a very good progression. So thank you, everyone. Marcus Foligno, our first one, left winger from the Minnesota Wild. Our next game that we are going to play is Gordo. And I need a hockey player that has 7 letters in the... No, you know what? I'm just going to start with Foligno. Wouldn't it be funny if Ordo and Gordo were the same? What a horrible guess. So we know that this name has at least 2 O's in it. We know... Oh, Toffoli counts, but... Oh, actually, Jasker, I would have taken Toffoli, but we've used the F, the L, and the I already. So we know this name has 2 O's in it. There's at least one here. I wonder if it's something OO, like Booger or something. And let's try and eliminate some more vowels. We haven't tried A, E, or U. So and maybe a name that's got an S and a T in it too, if we can. You know, I'm just gonna do this. Oh no, there's a guy named Matthew. No. Oh, I like McDeezy's guess. Okay, no, I don't like it that much. I'm just kidding. Let's get, even if there's no O's in it, let's get a a name that has an S and a T in it. I just want to get rid of some more popular consonants here. What's a name that has an S and a T in it? I just want to get stud. Oh, good, Jasker and Sobotka. I like that. What the heck? Actually, and Evil's Twins got it too. Thank you. So Evil Twin actually got it first. Great job. Actually, it's funny. Evil Twin mentioned it right here. And then Jaskern mentioned it. And then Shannon mentioned it, which is great. And I was just thinking, oh, good, there's an S and a T in it. But we actually got it right. Wow, that kind of came out of nowhere. I like it when that happens. That was good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now we go to Wordle. Not Worldle. I can't say any of these names, guys. This is the more... We all know how to play this one. This is 5-letter word. And I know you guys like it when it's something like audio or adieu or whatever it is, because we like to nail the vowels. So let's just start. It's kind of boring, but no, you know what? We're not going to do that. I'll take the first. Okay, fine. Horse. Actually, not a bad guess, Harry. So we got the O and the S in the proper place already. Okay, Viper, good. Thank you for not giving it away. Austin says bossy. Oh, what an amazing guess. Both Austin and Jaskeren. Amazing. So is it Lossy, Posse, Mossy, Fossy, Dossy, Tossy, Wassy, Cossy, Vossy? Are any of those words? It's got to be Mossy, right? Ah, we are so smart. Look at you guys. Trevor, Ted, Not a Planet. And finally, we end off with Worldle. Oh, what country is this, you guys? What country is this? You know when you ride one of those horse on a stick? I know that sounds weird, but that's kind of what it looks like. Doesn't it look like a horse on a stick? Or maybe an axe? I don't know. We are smarter than 5th graders indeed, Quran. So I got a Yemen, an Eritrea, a Chile, Eritrea. So remember, I need at least 2 of the same. Otherwise, pickaxe looks like Rutherford Sleep. We got Alaska. Alaska's not a country, you guys. I see thank you, Darth Nutella. Darth Nutella sees the horse on a stick. Kazakhstan, that would be a brutal country. Okay, Chile. I saw 2 votes for Chile. Huh? Oh, guess. Okay, nowhere close. So I see Panama. Chile is very thin. Chile also gives me a stomachache. So I got Panama. I need a country that's got. I see 2 for Panama. Remember, I'm not judging. I just type it in. Okay, you guys, we're very far. We're very far away. We're 12,000 kilometers away from this place. So it's not in that area. So yes, I agree. It's probably somewhere in Europe. It's nowhere in South America. We know that. Let's get Nicholas. Press refresh on your thing. I think you're 5 minutes behind. We got to get to, or at least 3 minutes behind. Okay, guys, let's move way east. We gotta go way east. Okay, now we got some. We got Netherlands. We got El Salvador. We got Trinidad. We got Burma. We got Yemen. We got Kazakhstan. We got Laos. We got Malta. I'm not seeing any doubles yet. As soon as I see a double, I will type it. We got another one for Eritrea. I don't even know how to spell it or say it. We did get it. Actually, someone said it right at the start, and I got to give that person some love because I was waiting for a seconder, but someone said it right at the start, and I remember because I didn't even know how to say it. Oh, actually, Doorknob tricked me. Dysfunctional doorknob was the one who said it first. And then when I saw it again, I thought it was someone new. But it doesn't matter. This one, it did work out. So let's go. 3 border countries of Eritrea. Now, I don't even know how to say it. Is it Eritrea or Eritrea? It's got to be Eritrea. Sean, is it Eritrea? What's the country? Eritrea or Eritrea? Okay, here we go. We got Ethiopia, we got Sudan, we got Somalia, we got nope. So we got Ethiopia, Sudan, and Somalia. We got a lot of people who never heard of this country, which is fine. We got Djibouti. I don't want you to talk about my Djibouti. We got another Sudan. So let's go Sudan as number 1. Boom. We got it. Yes, I lied. Nicely done. Not flying off the handle. Very good. We got another one for Djibouti. How do you spell it? Oh, very good. Djibouti looks like the head of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And thank you, High T, for not spoiling it. We need one more. We got Ethiopia from a couple people. How do you guys know your geography so good, so well? Boom! 3 for 3. The CCC in the place to be. Now the capital of Eritrea. I have no idea. Yeah, don't Google it. Don't cheat. Like that's the whole point. Rome. Did I enter? Okay, so please don't cheat. Just yeah. If you don't know, we don't know. Because we don't want to be cheating. Because what does that do? So Taylor says Asmara. And that sounds right. I have no idea. I've never heard of it, but that's why I think it's right. Karan says Aritzia. Ricky says Mogadishu. So we got an Asmara, an Aritzia, a Mogadishu. Anyone else? Shannon says Asmara. How do you guys know this stuff? Take care, Harry. All right, I see 2 Asmaras. I don't know how you guys know this. I hope you're not cheating. I'm not here to judge, but I hope you're not cheating. Well, we got it right. Okay, what is the flag for Eritrea? 1, 2, 3, or 4 along the top. 5, 6, 7, or 8. This one you can't, there's no poll. You gotta just type in the chat. Thank you, Nicholas. We just got it. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Which is the flag? Just start typing in which one you think it is, and I will guess it. Well, the first 5 guesses are 2, so it must be this one. Boom. Amazing. Now, this is where we start to use the poll. We use the function, what is the population? So this one, please do not type it in the chat. Actually vote in the poll. So there's the first one. What is the population of Eritrea? Use the poll function, please. I'll give you 10 seconds. So you got to go fast. No time to waste. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You guys said it is B, 58% of the vote. And we got it right. And finally, we go to... Hey, Jaskrin, easy there. Good thing I'm in a good mood. Finally, we go to currency. And once again, please use the poll function, not the chat. I just put it in there right now. You have 15 seconds. What is the currency used in Eritrea? Is it the Simoni? As in, give me some money. Is it Hryvnia? Is it shilling? Or is it Nakva? Which one is it? Make sure you vote. Come on, I thought that Simoni joke was pretty funny. Didn't you guys think that was funny? Because we're talking about currency. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys vote, and you're saying it's D. And we got it right. Very good. Eritrea, officially the state of Eritrea, is a country in the Horn of Africa region of Eastern Africa, with its capital and largest city at Asmara. It is bordered by Ethiopia in the south, Sudan in the west, and Djibouti in the southeast. The northeastern and eastern parts of Eritrea have an extensive coastline along the Red Sea. The nation has a total area of approximately 117,600 square kilometers and includes the Dalak archipelago. How do you say that word? Archipelago. And several of the Hanish Islands. Well, there's a lot of words I just butchered, but thank you guys. You did a really, really good job. And as we end off, got to show some love to Paul. Paul always comes in like right at the very end with his generous donations, but end, beginning, it's all the same. Thank you, Paul, for the generous $7 donation. Appreciate you. And yes, Michael, unfortunately, you missed a really good stream. We peaked at 170 people tonight. 100 and archipelago. Yeah, I'm not very good. And yes, the CCC should go to Eritrea. So again, podcast listeners, I'm sorry that you're actually getting all the games because I don't have my editing software here. Just gonna upload it complete and in its full glory. And maybe you guys will like it that way. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you being here. Before I do my wrap up, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing for the rest of the week. I should put a banner together. So for this week, this is what it's looking like. Yes, sir. I always stream late on Sunday nights. Oh, no, actually, this is about the time I wrap up every time. I just start earlier on Sunday. This week, we had tonight. Tomorrow night, I'll do Canucks After Dark with Parker, but I won't do a show afterwards. So just Canucks After Dark, Parker and me. Good timing, Trevor. Then on Tuesday, I will do a members only stream. I was supposed to do it last week. Now that I look at that, I'm gonna switch that because that's a little late for members because usually I do it at 10. So hopefully I won't confuse everyone. This is what I'm gonna do. Canucks After Dark at 10 on Monday. Members only stream at 10 on Tuesday. Then I won't stream on Wednesday night because I'll actually be up at camp all day. And then Thursday, I'll do my regular 11 p.m. stream. Although, actually, this is what I'm going to do for the last bit. There's still 100 of you in here. I would love your thoughts. Best time. So this, not to do with members, this is just regular. During the off season where I'm not bowling, during the season, 10 p.m. is tough for me because of everything I do. But during the off season, sometimes I have a bit more flexibility, not always. So for my Thursday night stream, do you prefer, and just in general maybe, do you prefer 10, hold on. I'm gonna actually end that one and try one more because I want to give one more option. Because that was pretty close. Hold on. Let me do one more. Vote on this one. So not including the member stream, which I am going to do at 10 because I kind of like that. It does beg the question: should I be doing more of my streams at 10, or even at 10:30 like the Sunday night ones, or do you like the late night ones? So really quickly, I'll give you a minute to vote. So everyone, if you're still in the chat, vote on the poll right now. What's the best time for you? Is it 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m., 11 p.m.? 10 p.m. is obviously earlier. It's better for those of you that don't like to stay up so late. And if you're from a different time zone, although I really don't know how many people I get from back east, 10:30 is kind of like the hybrid, the middle ground. I do that on Sundays because these streams go about over an hour as opposed to the 35 to 40 minutes. And 11 p.m. is kind of like the time I like. I know I'm settled. I know that no matter where I am in the night, work or church or bowling or whatever, that I'm usually at a Canucks game, that I'm usually home by 11. That's definitely why I do it during the season during 11. But right now there's no games to go to. There's no bowling. So I have the flexibility to do it a tiny bit earlier. So let me know what times work best for you. And maybe for the summer, I will bump them an hour earlier to 10 if that's what the feedback is. And then when the season starts, I'll go back to 11 o'clock. Because for those of you that are older, like my age, I wanted to have that kind of sports page vibe where you knew at 11 p.m. every single night, you knew that I was going to be streaming. And that was the thought during the regular season. So I'm just looking at the poll right now. I'll give you 5 more. I'll give you 30 more seconds I'll give you a minute to vote on that while I do my wrap up for my stream. So again, this week, Canucks After Dark Monday at 10, members only Tuesday at 10. And by the way this poll is going, it could be Thursday at 10. Actually, let's just end it right now and then I can tell you. Yeah, there are more votes for 10 p.m. Only 25 votes though, so it wasn't massive. So let's try that. Maybe I'll try 10 p.m. on Thursday night as well. So that's what we're going to do. 10 p.m. across the board. Monday, Canucks After Dark. Tuesday, members. Thursday, everyone. So kind of a little bit for everyone. And then I think for, we'll see if I see the numbers are really low at 10 p.m. Maybe I'll go back to 11 for next week. But we'll see. Now the summer's a time to experiment for sure. Okay, for real. Shout out to the moderators. Thank you for doing what you needed to do. Members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thank you as always for your support. And thanks to, legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members. And thanks to everyone who donated tonight or who gifted memberships. I remember Lucas donated, Adam donated, Lucas donated again, Shannon donated, and Paul donated. So thank you for all the donations. I know that Coach Rob, Carol, and Jesse twice gifted memberships. So I appreciate that as well. And anyone else who became new subscribers, thank you. Anyone else who became members, either gifted or purchased themselves. Yes, Jesse gifted, Carol gifted, Coach Rob gifted, and Clifford also used his membership message. So a lot of people doing a lot of activity today. That was pretty amazing. And I appreciate your generosity as always. So on your way out, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, gift a membership, become a member, upgrade your membership. If you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Thank you to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Perform and Transform, Personal Training, Weight Loss, and mostly thanks to all of you for being here tonight. 170 at our peak. Pretty sick, and great job with the games as always. And always appreciate you. Never take you for granted. I'll see you tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Parker and me, Canucks After Dark. So as always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. I'm not sure if I told you that on the weekend I was in a taxi. Yeah, not an Uber, but a taxi. And the driver said to me, "Do you mind if I put on some music?" So I said, "No, not at all." So then the taxi driver asked me, "Kiss?" And I said, "Well, let's listen to the music first, and then we'll see how we feel from there." God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.